Lifestwists.com. Glad you came to the site to see what's going on. Hopefully you've had the opportunity to check out some of the posts that people have been putting out there for the past couple of weeks. Today, I want to share with you where the concept of Life's Twist came from. About 8 months ago, I received a call from one of my good friends, Chuck. And basically he said, look, we've been working hard all week. We've been putting in all types of hours. So why don't we go out and have a couple of drinks and listen to some good music? So I said, you know what? That sounds great. Let's do that. So I go, get myself together, get ready, and then I go and pick him up, and then we go out to the club. Once we get there, we grab our drinks, we shake hands, and then we're there, the music's pumping, it sounds great, and everything's good. All of a sudden, I begin to feel queasy. My stomach's not feeling quite right. I don't understand why. Also, I begin to sweat more than I usually do. So what I do is I lean over to my good friend Chuck, and I say, look man, I'm not feeling well, I need to step outside and get some air and kind of get myself together. So he was basically saying, hey, cool, go ahead, get yourself together, I'll be right here. So I go out and begin to walk. As I walk, my stomach starts to feel worse. And on top of that, I begin to feel a tightness in my chest. And then it also begins to hurt like it's never hurt before. So before I know it, I find myself at my car, leaning on the top of my car, literally gasping for air. By this time, Chuck realized something was wrong and he comes out to look for me. He gets to the car and he says, man, you don't look good at all. Are you all right? And I look up at him and say, no, I'm not all right. We need to go. Long story short, about 35 to 40 minutes later, I'm laying on an operating table with a team of nurses and doctors around me. The doctor is talking to me, I'm coherent, I know what's going on, and he tells me, Mr. Harrison, it seems as though you've suffered a heart attack, and we need to go in and see exactly how much damage is done, and exactly what we need to do to fix this problem. So the doctor goes ahead and makes a small incision in my wrist, and then he sticks a small tube into my wrist, into my veins that leads all the way up to my heart. The procedure lasted for probably about an hour or so. Afterwards, the doctor says, Mr. Harrison, we've corrected everything and you're all right. So I felt better, I felt relieved, and I was like, okay, good, everything's gonna be all right now. So I go off to recovery, family and friends come in and express their joy that I'm doing better. And then after everyone leaves, the doctor comes in later and he says, Mr. Harrison, there's something I need to tell you. And I'm like, go ahead, doc, shoot, tell me what's going on. He begins to tell me that you had 100% blockage in the largest artery that led to the largest part of your heart. That situation is called the widowmaker, and not very many people make it. It's a very small percentage of people that make it from that. So, sir, you have to realize that you're very blessed. Man, you can imagine how I felt at that time. I went from being out with one of my best friends, having a good time, to almost dying from a heart attack. So from that point on, I began to recover. I soon got out of the hospital, but I began to experience all types of feelings, depression, inadequacy, kind of feeling sorry for myself, the why me syndrome. Also, when I got back to work, it was very hard for me to focus. I couldn't keep my mind on what I was doing, so I was off. During that time, I had an opportunity to talk to a very good friend of mine from India. This is a 28-year-old guy, virile, strong, very intelligent, and very confident. But I came to find out that he was dealing with a health issue as well. He had a bout with hypertension and high blood pressure. And I found that he had the same feelings that I did, because he was wondering, I'm a young man, I take care of myself, why is this happening to me? So as we began to talk, we comforted each other. And we began to realize that we had the same problems, we had the same feelings, and we were dealing with the same things. And we helped each other get over that hump. is the premise and the reason why Life's Twist was created. Because there's so many people out there that have so many of the same types of thoughts where they think that, man, I'm the only one going through this and no one else feels the way I do and I don't understand. Well, this global community is here so that you can come out and read about some of the experiences that other people all around the world go through. The things that they go through that turn their lives topsy-turvy and upside down. So what I would like for you to do is to take the time, if you haven't already, to go and sign up and set up your account and contribute, post, put something out there. Because I know there's something that you have that you can share that can change your life, that can make a person feel better. So listen, I am excited about reading what you put out there. I know it's going to be great. So until next time, peace.